What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are embarking potentially on a very long running series in before it's 2 episodes. I'm kidding. MotoGP 18 career mode. Hopefully you guys go on to enjoy this. If you do, make sure before we get things started, smash a like button on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I want to do this career mode justice. In the past, on previous games, I haven't uploaded that many videos, and this year I want to give it a proper crack. So if you guys can support the videos, I will continue this career mode for as long as I can until we win the MotoGP World Championship. That is the aim. So it's up to you guys to see if we get there, but let's do this. Career mode on MotoGP 18. I believe there's now 4 classes to go through. You go through the rookie class, then you got Moto 3, Moto 2, and then the pinnacle, MotoGP. Something that we don't have in the Formula 1 games. We just get chucked straight into F1. You don't earn your way in, and that's a prospect that I am really looking forward to on 2 wheels. So, career introduction. Young riders from all over the world know that the best way to access the Motorcycle Grand Prix is by competing in the Redbull MotoGP Rookies Cup. I won't read through all of that. We get to choose our drivers. So, let's... Oh dear. I'm going to go through this. You guys probably don't need to hear me talking over all this because this will probably take a while anyway. And I will join you guys at the end.
Soon after.
Yes, gotta love that marketing. Subscribe. I'll probably change that over the course of the career mode, if I can think of better nicknames. I asked on Twitter if there were some bangers, I will admit, and I'll probably switch to those at some point, but it's fairly obvious what you all need to do. Our rider is all set up. We are ready to go to start our career. Just for reference, I think we're running on like 70 AI difficulty. I'm going to bump that up as I get better at the game. Pretty much no assists. I think the only thing I'm running is like auto tuck. And I'm going to lower the traction control as well as I get more and more confident as we go on. But yeah, this game has got it all. Driver transfers, customization, and just building your way up through the MotoGP world. I can't remember if this is true of this game or of this series, but I thought you could like create your own MotoGP team. I'm not entirely sure if that's true. If that is, that would be absolutely amazing. But we have our first email in. This is from our personal manager. Hello, Benjamin. Racing against the champs is the best way to increase your rider skills. With every race you finish, you will earn experience, which will improve your abilities in throttle, brake, riding, position, and learning angle. Be careful, every track has different riding characteristics which can help you improve a certain skill more than another. Try to understand the secrets of every track and take advantage of its characteristics to improve as much as possible. Thank you very much. These are the points, and it goes all the way down to 15th, so hopefully we don't finish too many times in 15th place. We want to be inside the top 5 and progressing our way up through the ranks. One thing I would like to know is what the expectations are of us in this rookie season. Like, do we need to win the championship, get top 3 in order to progress to Moto 3? Or can we have a more relaxed approach in building up to it? I'm not too sure, but let's go to the next weekend and see what is in store for us.
Hello and welcome to the Jerez de la Frontera circuit. Just a few more minutes to wait before the Spanish Grand Prix finally begins.
Okay, so you'll notice we're jumping straight into the race. I feel like this is the kind of format I want to keep, at least for the first season. I just want to do races, jump right into it, don't even bother with qualifying or practice. I just want to like get through lots and lots of races, get lots of experience under my belt, because I have a feeling this will be quite a long career mode as it is, building up through rookie, then Moto 3, Moto 2, and then eventually doing potentially multiple seasons on the MotoGP World Tour. So, yeah, we've got a lot to do, and not too much time to do it. We've got to get it all done before F1 2018, so let's see how it goes. First race. When I did an online race earlier today in these bikes and at this track as well, so I'm actually quite used to how things are. In terms of bike settings, you can't really do too much. You can only play around with the suspension, which is actually quite good. Keeps the feel quite close. and hopefully gives us a good chance of winning. So let's go to the track and start our very first Grand Prix.
Just a few moments to go until the start of the Spanish Grand Prix. These riders know it will be vitally important to take the first curve perfectly.
Alright, here we go, chaps. This is the start of our motorcycle racing career. 5 red lights. And away we go for the Grand Prix of Spain. Let's try and take it nice and easy into turn 1 if we can. Don't want to get caught up in any incidents, but at the same time it would be nice to find some track position. Bit of risky there on the grass, on the curb, but we got away with it into P23, up the inside of a couple more bikes. Oh, there's so much traffic, there's so many people just absolutely swamping all around me right now, but we survived. First lap done. It is indeed very sweaty, very hard to make my way through such a gigantic field like this, but we made really good progress, to be fair. 6 places on the first lap. Hopefully we can keep up that momentum, although there is a bit of an air gap to the next bike, so hopefully we can close in. But I tell you, I'm really having to concentrate here to keep up with these guys. No! Absolutely shocking run through the penultimate corner, and we've been gobbled up by Mr. Pasquale, and now we're getting shoved out by someone else. Wow, I really... Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's it's a three-way battle. Come on, let me slide it up the inside. I can't get him. My racecraft is appalling. I don't really understand. There's got to be something I'm just not doing. Because I'm taking corners, turning in at the same point. It's just not working. Not working at all. Auto tuck is on. Do I need to carry the brake through the corner? It's really puzzling. So, given the settings that I've got, is there anything that's just missing from my riding right now? Because, I don't know, it's just really puzzling. Like, yes, I'm not the best racer so far, but, like, I'm not this bad. There's got to be something pretty huge that's, like, slowing me down, if that makes sense. I just can't be losing this much time in the corners on, what, 70 difficulty? It's quite weird. Anyway, we got dived into the final corner. That's interesting. It's going to be a battle to not finish in last place in my first race. So, let's see what we can do. In the slipstream of Mr. Hernandez. Dive bomb into turn 1. Got it done. See, that was nice. I seem to have got a nice run there. But when I brake later, when I seemingly get a good flow through a corner, that's actually when I fall off the bike. So, confusing. Oh, that's a nice move. That is really nice. We're getting back, but we're going to have a terrible exit. Up the inside. Yeah, and then there's the crash. It's essentially a battle for the wooden spoon. And that's actually going to be the race. So, through the final corner, it is a 25th place. 25th place in our first Grand Prix in the career. That does not look good for anyone involved. So Carlos Tate has won the Grand Prix. His best lap was a 1 minute 50.3. Ours 153.7, and we were slowest out of everyone. So difficulty needs to come down again, and I need to go back to the drawing board and really try and analyze what is going wrong here, because that was a track that I've done a bit of practice on today as well. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And I think it's challenging to see me really struggle at a game, because you know, we're used to being in F1 pretty dominant, know exactly what we're doing, and more often than not winning races. So to have the challenge right from the outset, I think is quite good and a unique take on a racing game. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, the improvement that comes with more time. But we're going to do a few races, I think, at least two. We'll see how the timing goes.
Today's race went. A little disappointment is more than understandable. The rider and mechanics are going to be talking long into the night so that this team can have better results next time.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we're going to do 2 races depending on the timing of the video. I think let's target for a video around about, I don't know, 20 minutes. And we'll see how many races we can get through in that time. But yeah, first Grand Prix done and dusted. Fallen quite far behind in the standings. Having a look at the menu, we've got bike development, which is currently greyed out, so we can't do anything with that at the moment. Emails, we have no further updates from our manager. I don't imagine he'll want to talk to us after that performance. The website, this is the social feed, so I guess Twitter, if you will. We've got 112 followers, as you can see in the bottom left. It tells us our location, which is Mugello, which is probably the next race we're off to in the calendar. Speaking of, it is Mugello. We had the Grand Prix of Spain. We have, how many rounds? 1, 2, 3, we got 7, as you can see at the bottom. So a pretty quick championship. So I think we might get this championship rolled out of the way in probably 2 episodes. Let's see if we can target that. But standings, that looks pretty depressing, so let's not look at that again. My career, lots of good stats there. And customization, which of course we can always go back to at any point. We haven't had a look at the helmet or anything yet, so yeah, like so much customization that you can do. The helmet, gloves, boots, riding style. Interesting. I'll certainly come back and have a deeper look at this later, but I'm just giving you guys kind of a quick look at what the career mode hub looks like. So that's the first weekend done and dusted. We'll go off to Mugello now, where hopefully we are a little bit more competitive.
Hello to all the motorcycle fans tuning in. Today's race is being held in the hills of Tuscany, where the Italian Grand Prix is about to start. We are now moving to the starting grid, where engineers and technicians are ironing out the last few details before the race starts.
So here we are then for round number 2 in the Red Bull Rookies Cup. Let's go down right here. Let's end our suffering right away, shall we? No. Okay. I've lowered the difficulty a little bit. It was previously on 70. It's now like 59. So just at the highest point of easy difficulty. I can't believe I'm saying easy difficulty. But we're desperate times call for desperate measures, and this certainly is that today. Mugello, it seems to be a track that I'm a little bit weak at as well, but we shall wait and see how this one unfolds. We're going to be starting from last place, having to make our way through the field. I do have some experience at this track, so at least we'll have that on our side. I've actually done more laps around Mugello this week than what I have around Jerez, which we were previously at. So, fingers crossed, the success, the fortune, whatever you call it, may it ever be in our favour.
Not long to go now until the Italian Grand Prix here in Mugello, one of the most challenging and spectacular tracks in the entire championship.
Round 2, let's do this. Hopefully we have a much better time of things, and away we go. Let's turn down the traction control to 2. Hopefully that can give us maybe a little bit more pace. At possibly the risk of maybe spinning out a little bit more. Heading into turn 1. Found a lot of positions already, it must be said. We've only lowered the difficulty by 11 points. It's a pretty good start. Going around the outside of a couple of bikes. It probably doesn't help as well that, like, everyone is liveried up with the same bike. Looks like same overalls as well. So not too much to differentiate ourselves apart from the rider tags at the top. But we've got an overtake. Billy made his way up into P9. We're P17. So I don't think at any point in the last race we were up in the dizzying heights of the top 20. So at least we got that going for us. Oh, hello. That's a nice run. That is a really nice run. That, not so much. Not so much. I've had to think about it, and I think what could possibly be holding me back is the brakes. The joint brakes. I'm only using the left trigger. Which I'm guessing is only the front brake, so I don't know what the rear brake is. I'm thinking, from what I've played around with in the past, it's either the A button or left bumper. So I'll have to experiment around with that and see if the old braking distances can change from that. But we need to get inside the top 15 for the race. That is absolutely crucial. 2 rounds in. We need some points, and we need quite a few of them to at least get on the board. Let's see if we can get close to Sean Kelly in the braking zone here. Oh, wiggly. That's how you know you are on the limit. 16th place. One more and we are in zip points. Oh, dear. Yes, yes, yes. Nice run. I think this might be the difficulty for us, lads. I'm just skating on the edge. So many moments where the bike or the rear tires are just sliding around and I'm like, this thing is going to chuck me off. But we managed to hold on. I'm also going to ramp up the traction control off completely and see if that helps. It's 2:04 from Onku. Pretty pacey at this stage. I don't know what our fastest lap was, but hopefully we can get somewhere near that. Oh my god, we seem to be hooking it up really nicely there. Come on, Yuki, what do you got? Barry Baltus. What a name. What a name. Oh, we've got a super run through there, but Barry is parking his bus all over the place. Cheers for that. I was also seeing if it sounds bad, but I was also looking at that guy's ass to see what his nickname was. It's the only time you'll catch me looking at a guy's behind. I thought it was going to say like Barry the bus or something. Final lap of the Grand Prix now. Top 10 is potentially on the cards. This is the corner. This is the golden corner where we gain so much. The change of direction is so nice. P11. Thank you for coming. No! Why do you have to be so good? Come on, come on. That's a Jesus run through that corner. Let's go. Dive it up the inside into the next corner. You can block all you like, but I'm coming in. That's P10. Could it be P9, P8, P7? How greedy do we want to get on this last lap here? Meekin gets the position back. Final sector of the Grand Prix now. Things are getting serious. I want this so bad. I'm not trail braking. I'm not carrying the brake, and that's why I'm understeering out to Narnia. Might potentially cost me a place, but throwing track limits to absolute disregard now. Final corner coming up. Last throw of the dice for a spot inside the top 10. Carry it. Second gear. Got pinched on the inside. That's going to result in a terrible exit. Damn it. It's going to be P11. We were oh so close to P10, but we just got a bit greedy, threw it away, and that is at least some points in the Red Bull Rookie Championship. Not a bad race, to be honest. We probably got the 5th or 6th best lap of the Grand Prix. I think we did like a 2-minute 4.5. 2-minute 4.3 actually. So that puts us 4th best bike. Out of at least the top guys. I don't imagine anyone down here did a 2-minute 4 or anything. They didn't. So, solid race. coming through the traffic, we did really well. I think it's only 2 races in, but I think I might rethink the starting from the back thing. I think I might qualify for the next one and see how that goes. But championship-wise, Carlos Tate Sauce leads the Grand Prix, leads the championship, sorry, by 50 points. We are currently sitting in P14, 45 points off the lead of the championship. We moved up 11 places though, so at least there's that. But a tough championship in prospect. Can I get a boneless pizza? Still nothing from my personal engineer. He's not really doing his job, is he? He's gone AWOL. So what's next up on the calendar? We're off to Assen. Here he comes, the boss man. 14th in the championship, and he means business. The first 2 races were a warm-up. Today, we are going to dominate. 39-minute qualifying session. Bloody hell. We have all day. I can just sit in the garage. What was that pronunciation? But I can sit in the garage. I can chill out. I can have a cup of coffee. I can talk to my engineer. How can I afford an engineer in rookie class? This must be my cousin. My cousin Dave is helping me out on the bike today. No wonder we've been getting such poor results.
The mechanics are taking the bike out of the pit, and the rider is getting ready to get on.
Oh! Pole position! Hello! Front row of the grid. To be fair, it is the start of the session, and there is another 36 minutes of this marathon to go. But currently, we are the fastest guy you will ever see on 2 wheels in the rookie class. End the session now. No! I've been in full sweat mode for the entirety of this lap. Please tell me it is something good through the final chicane and across the line. It's not going to be pole. It's going to be damn close though. 17th. 1.2 seconds off and I'm 17th. You're kidding. Oh, yes. Just went clean around the outside of that guy. Okay, I think I'm getting the racing lines down now. Starting to feel really good. On edge.com/. Fuck off. I think I'm getting slower. I am 1.9 seconds off. I think I'm gonna come back to the pits now. We've done, I think, a solid 5.
Things inside the pit, where the team is waiting for the rider to come back.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. 47.6. Did 5 or 6 laps there. I feel like I'm in a decent groove with the circuit. There's this one really tight double left-hander where I seem to be... I just feel really slow there. I feel like that's where the bulk of the time is falling away for us. But can we get a timesheet? So Carrasco is on a 46.3. It could have been just a case of my tyres maybe going off. Maybe they're only good for like 1 or 2 laps. So I'm going to try and get out there again. If we can find a second, which I think we're more than capable of doing, puts us in, yeah, top 5. So just a little bit of time and we'll be there, I reckon. That's the corner right there, and I think that was probably the best run I've had through there so far. Are we down by 4/10 on our time or pole time? If that's pole time, that is supremely exciting. That was pretty good. That's probably the cleanest run I've had through there. Across the line, 47 flats, 8th place. I feel like the new tyres have certainly worked, and that is a qualifying session that I will certainly take.
That brings an end to the qualifying session for deciding pole. The results that you are looking at now don't just show us the grid positions, they also give us an idea of what the riders will be capable of in tomorrow's race.
So there we go, chaps. 8th place in our first qualifying session. That's pretty darn promising. 7/10 away. Well, we could have improved. I could have probably done more laps. But, you know, we've already done, what, 2 races already? This video is probably dangerously close to 20 minutes, if not well past that now. So, I I don't want to keep it longer than what it should be. So we'll go to the race now. Hopefully the race pace is better. We're certainly a lot closer to the front than what we've been so far now. So I reckon we've got a pretty good chance.
Just a few minutes to go until the Grand Prix begins. Assen, the motorbike university, is once again ready to put everyone to the test.
University? This does not look like a university. But anyway, look at that view. We have not been this close to the front of the grid before. I certainly could get used to this. Away we go for the Assen Grand Prix. Getting a little bit boxed in on the way into turn 1. Not a good start, it must be said. Turn 1, can we make amends? Not really. Oh, this is the corner. Just losing time. Oh man. Dan Jones. We are developing quite the rivalry. Sorry, I'm forgetting to shift up. I'm fiddling around with traction control as well. It seems to like reset every session, which is kind of annoying. I wish it would really save. I got a warning for corner cutting, I think. So we'll need to watch out from here on in, otherwise we'll probably get a penalty. But yeah, moving backwards a little bit in this race. But with traction off, maybe that will unlock our pace. Oh, that's nice and shallow. A bit of grass as well. Oh, come on, Barry! Lipstream. I think we seem to be really good through this high-speed section. We were in qualifying anyway. So hopefully more of this, please. Let's switch to the outside. Take a nice flowing run around the outside. Yes, please. So when we can, you know, have a decent run through the slow-speed corners, it sets us up really well for the high-speed where we just take full advantage. Oh, just about matching Carrasco. Here we go. The sector of dreams. My goodness. My golly gosh. That is some very, very intense fighting. You can tell this is a video game because you never see racing conduct like this. My controller was vibrating. I think that was very, very sketchy. Probably very close to losing it all there. Last lap of the Grand Prix. P4. Can we get that elusive podium? Get out of it, Philip. Yeah, this is where the OP of Benjamin Daly comes through. But no one is close enough to be dealt the dive bomb. So I think it is going to be P4 today. But all things considered, that's still pretty darn good. Oh no, oh no. Where did you come from? That wasn't part of the script. I did not want to lose. Oh, look at that train. That is a Daly train and a half that is starting to form as we come to the closing stages of this Assen, or is it Dutch Grand Prix? Either way, final chicane, nice and easy. Do not corner cut. And across the line, the other guys have pretty good momentum, but we have the track position. And there we go. 4th place. Come on.
While the riders complete a victory lap, let's check out the final race ranking.
Pretty good race. Pretty good race. Barry, you can get stuffed. 8th place. That's terrible. It's nothing. You're nowhere, buddy, on your 47.2. Us with a 46.4. Very, very close with the front guys in terms of, you know, fastest lap pace. That's pretty good. Maybe I felt like maybe on the balance of things we were probably faster than those guys. Just probably didn't have the consistency overall to keep it with them. I felt like we still were catching, but maybe we just needed more time to make up the difference. But 3 rounds in to get a 4th place, I mean, what can I say? I'll certainly take it. Looking at the riders' standings, though, we've moved up to 8th place, so another jump in quite a few positions, up 6 to 18 points now, 48 points off the lead of the championship. I don't know. I think if we want to win the championship, we have to go on a pretty big run of podiums and wins. We've got 4 races left in this series. But, yeah, I mean, we started off slow. Hopefully, this means we can build to some really big things to come.
Today's result was very positive, as you can tell from the mechanics' reaction in the pit. Of course, there's still a little more to go to make the podium, but they are definitely on the right path.
And just like that, that is the end of the very first episode of MotoGP 18. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Like the commentator was saying just there, I feel like we are starting to get on the right track now. I mean, it wouldn't be fun with it, would it, if we just started off just dominating every single race? No one wants to see that. You guys want to see a bit of a story. You want to see improvement and seeing how the journey unfolds over the course of the career mode. But yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. If you've got any racing tips for me, you know, feel free to leave them in the comments. That'd be greatly appreciated. And yeah, hopefully you guys can keep up the support, and in turn, I will try and keep up the career mode episodes. So that's it from me. Hopefully I'll have another episode out tomorrow if things go well. But until then, I'll see you guys next time.